Hello students, welcome to your channel. Please like, share and subscribe your own channel School Studies. School Studies is pleased to announce the launch of our educational website Patel section. After years of hard work and dedication, we are delighted to officially announce the launch. Our goal with this website is to provide our students with an easier way to learn their lessons and prepare for exams. The new website is interactive and gives better access to NCERT solution, GSCP solution, Kids Zone and general knowledge courses and quiz. We will be constantly updating our content with helpful information, articles, blogs, newsletters, new course announcements. We hope you find the new website with a fresh look, easy to access information. For any question, suggestion, feedback or comment, please contact us today. Today we will see a video related to NCERT solution for class 7 social science history chapter 2 new kings and kingdoms. In that the first question is match the following. The first one is this is A part and this is B part. So first question is Gujaras and Pratiharas. They were in Gujarat and Rajasthan. फिर Rashtrakutas, Western Deccan, Palas, Bengal, and Cholas, Tamil Nadu. Next, who were the parties involved in the tripartite struggle? Three parties were involved in the tripartite struggle and fought for control over Kanauj. These three parties were the Gujara, Pratihara, then the Rashtrakuta and Pala dynasty. Next, what were the qualifications necessary to become a member of a committees of the Sabha in the Chola Empire? The following qualifications were necessary to become a member of the Sabha in the Chola Empire. First one, to become members of the Sabha, one should be the owner of the land from which land revenue is collected and should have their own home. One should be aged between 35 years to 70 years of age and should have knowledge of the Vedas. One should be honest and well versed in the administrative matters. If anyone has been a member of any committee in the last 3 years, he cannot become a member of another committee. Anyone who has not submitted his accounts or of his relatives cannot contest the elections. Next question. So what were the two major cities under the control of the Chahmanas? The two major cities that were under the control of them are Delhi and Ajmer. How did the Rashtrakutas become powerful? The Rashtrakutas in the Deccans were the subordinates of the Chalukyas of the Karnataka. It was during the mid-8th century when Danti Durga, a Rashtrakuta chief, overthrew his Chalukya overlord and performed a ritual called Hiranaya Garbha with the help of Brahmins. During this period, it was thought that the sacrificer will be reborn as a Kshatriyas, even if was not one by birth. Also, they were fought against the destinies of Gujaras and Pratiharas and Palas, thus successfully establishing kingdoms in Karnataka and Rajasthan respectively. Next question, what did the new dynasties do to gain expectancy? The new dynasties took on new titles and performed religious rituals to become a part of the Kshatriyas. They were regarded as the subordinates or samantas by their overlords and later declared themselves by the Maha Samanta after gaining power and wealth. The new dynasties also engaged themselves in welfare to assert their crop power and carve in kingdoms for themselves. Next question: what kind of irrigation works were developed in the Tamil Nadu region? During the 6th or 5th century, the areas near the Kaveri River in Tamil Nadu were opened by four-lane cultivation. The irrigation work that was developed in the Tamil Nadu region led to the development of water challenge for agriculture, construction, and re-embankments to prevent floods and digging of wells and tanks for shortage of water. Next question: what were the activities associated with Chola temples? Chola temples were center of craft production and often become the nuclei of the settlements which grew around them. The Chola temples were not only places of worship but also the hub of economic, social, and culture life. They were also endowed with land by rulers as well as by others. The produce of this the produce of this land went into maintaining all the speciality who worked at the temple. Among the crafts associated with the temples, the marking of bronze images became the most distinctive, and these bronze images are still considered the best, finest in the world. Most of these bronze images were of dignities, and while some of these images displayed devotions as well. So this was chapter 2 of history of standard 7th. I hope you like my video. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you. Please leave comment, question or doubts in comment section if you have any, or you can drop a mail to us. You will find my email ID at the end of this video. You can also join us on Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, connect us on LinkedIn or tweet us on Twitter. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.